Good morning. This is Shine Matthew. Gender, Religion and Caste. Part 3. Topics of the day. Caste inequalities. Caste in politics. And politics in caste. Caste inequalities. The caste system in India is the paradigmatic ethnographic example of caste. It has origins in ancient India and was transformed by various ruling elites in medieval, early modern, and modern India. The term caste not originally an Indian word, though it is now widely used, both in English and in Indian languages. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, it is derived from the Portuguese casta, meaning race, lineage, breed, and originally pure or unmixed. There is no exact translation in Indian languages, but varna and jati are the two most appropriate terms. Characteristics: segmentation of society into groups whose membership was determined by birth. A hierarchical system wherein generally the Brahmins were at the head of the hierarchy. But this hierarchy was disputed in some cases. In various linguistic areas, hundreds of castes had a gradation generally acknowledged by everyone. Segregation, where individual castes lived together, the dominant caste living in the center, another caste living on the periphery. Occupation generally inherited, lack of unrestricted choice of profession. Caste members restricted their own members from taking up certain professions they consider degrading. Entergamy restrictions on marrying a person outside caste, but in some situations, hypergamy allowed. Entergamy means marrying within a specific group, caste, or ethnic group. Hypergamy means marrying a spouse of higher caste or social status than themselves. Restrictions on feeding and social intercourse. Caste division is very special to India. All societies have social inequality and division of labor. In India, occupation passed from one generation to another. The difference is that hereditary occupational divisions are sanctioned by rituals. Members of the same caste as same social community practice similar occupation, marry within the caste, not eat with others. Caste system is based on exclusion and discrimination against outcast group. They are subjected to untouchability. Leaders, those who worked for caste equality, Jyotirao Phule, Gandhi, Ambedkar, Periyar. Due to their work, casteism undergone many changes. Factors like economic development, urbanization, growth of literacy, education, occupational mobility, weakening of landlordism, notions of caste hierarchy breaking down, have played a significant role. In urban areas, there is no consideration of caste. Constitution prohibits caste-based discrimination. The change is visible, but not disappeared. Most people marry within their own caste and tribe. Untouchability is prohibited by the Constitution. Caste group access to better education, acquire modern education as well. Prohibited groups lagged behind. Large presence of upper caste among the urban middle class. Caste continues to be linked to economic status. Caste in politics explains how caste is an important factor in elections. Casteism rooted in Indian society, the belief that caste is the sole basis of social community. Some caste people belong to the same social community, have the same interest, not born out of our own experience. Caste gets different forms in politics. During the time of election, caste composition is considered. While selecting the candidates, political parties consider caste composition to muster support. But at the same time, governments are formed by having representatives from different caste groups. Political parties try to raise caste sentiments for mastering support. Sometimes political parties favor some caste. After the introduction of universal adult franchise, one person, one vote, one value, political parties try to mobilize and secure political support from different caste groups. It brought a new consciousness. The concept or the consideration of inferior or low is not of consideration right now. Elections are not always about caste. There are some reasons to put in place. No constituency with a clear majority of single caste candidates must have the support of all caste groups. No party wins votes of all the voters of the same caste or community. Candidates from same caste. Voters have more than one candidate from the same. Many voters have no candidates from their own. Ruling party MLAs, MPs lost elections. Voters have strong attachment to political parties. People of same caste have got different interests depending on their economic status. Voters' preferences varied. Rich or poor, men or women vote differently. Choice is based on assessment of performance and leaders' rating. Politics in caste explains how politics impacts caste. It explains how various caste-based groups are trying to assert their rights in their quest to acquire power and authority. It is not politics that gets caste-ridden, it is the caste that gets politicized. Each caste group tries to become bigger by incorporating other subcastes. Various caste groups enter into coalition with other castes or communities. New kinds of caste groups are formed, backward or forward. Caste plays different kinds of roles in society. Disadvantaged sections can advance. Caste politics helped Dalits and OBCs to gain better access in decision making. Political and non-political organizations demanded for end to discrimination, dignity, access to land, resources, and opportunities. Sometimes it produces negative result. Exclusive attention. Politics based on caste are not healthy. Divert some of the prominent issues like poverty, development, and corruption. Caste division leads to tensions, conflicts, and violence. Thank you.